Welcome back to CLE Weekend. So today we are diving into a really cool mix of tech, education, and a heartwarming story. There is a local group that's all about getting the Cleveland kiddos excited about STEAM. So we are joined by Charles Doxley, the head of FBC Technical Solutions, and we're going to actually talk about how your mission really connects with this new movie, The Wild Robot. Okay, let's talk a little bit about, first of all, STEM, which a lot of us have heard about, and STEAM. So what's the difference here?
Well, let's first start with STEM. STEM is science, technology, and engineering and mathematics. And we added an arts emphasis to it to paint a broader scope and to reach and engage more youth. So the STEAM begins to add the arts to the STEM, and it helps us engage more youth. And there's a connection between science and arts that exists that a lot of us need to explore.
I love that you've tapped into something that you're like, okay, we need to kind of explore this a little bit more. And I'm sure, the feedback that you've heard from not only parents but kids is probably really positive.
Yes, we get a tremendous amount of positive feedback. The kids really love it. The arts emphasis begins to tap into movies, cinema, music, and there's so many different things that the arts emphasis begins to engage, and then we begin to connect it to science, technology, STEM, and things of the future.
Yeah, which is really cool. Speaking of the future, there's a new movie coming out, The Wild Robot. So tell us a little bit about how you see kind of the connection in what you do and the new movie, The Wild Robot.
Well, I have not had a chance to see The Wild Robot
I know,
yet.
I haven't either, but I've heard really good things from the people who have. But
yes.
Go ahead.
And there's a screening coming up, and I definitely hope to be at that premiere.
Yeah.
But I had a chance to read the book.
Oh.
My 8-year-old son, as part of his school curriculum, had to read the book. And I was reading with him each and every night, and by the end, I promise you, I couldn't tell if he enjoyed the book more or was it me.
Right? Which you love stuff like that. I've got the 2 little kids at home, and it's like, as a parent, you benefit, and you don't even realize when you're going into some of this stuff that you're going to learn some lessons too, which I think is really special. But it's about discovery and finding your place, and that's too something that you guys cater to at FBC.
Yes, we definitely cater to discovery, but see, self-discovery and discovery is how I ended up in my career today.
Yeah.
I always envisioned myself to be this phenomenal basketball player, this D1 athlete who one day make it to the NBA. But someone told me one day that you have a natural skill in mathematics. You have a natural talent for science. And then one day I started to explore that for myself. And wow. Lo and behold, today I'm now an electrical engineer, and now I'm here giving back to the community through STEM and robotics.
One thing I was told recently as a parent is to let your kids explore many different options, whether it's sports, music, all these different things, because we don't know what they're going to excel at if we don't introduce them to this stuff and kind of let them have options. So I've had to learn that as a parent with my 6-year-old, like, all right, maybe different sports I'm not as into, but he may be really good at it. Let's talk about getting kids involved, because how do we do that, for our kids here in the area?
See, it's ironic that you mentioned sports. See, we like to use competition robotics as a big draw.
Oh.
So you get to compete against each other, you get to compete against other community centers. So we use the competition element to bring people into the fold and increase our engagement. And so what we do is we go around to local community centers, learning centers, recreational centers, and offer them free programming.
Wow.
And then we use robotics as a key to draw them in, because we're looking to build the next generation of leaders in science and technology.
I love it. That's amazing too. Again, as a parent, you love to know that there's a resource here. If we want to get in touch with you about getting our kids involved, what's the best place to get more information?
Well, you can always find us on the web at fbctechnicalsolutions.com. You can also find us on Facebook. Just look up FBC Technical Solutions, and it's the same handle on Instagram as well as Twitter.
Wonderful. I love it. Of course, this movie coming up has a big message about empathy and understanding, so we're excited to see it, and we hope you will too. It opens up in theaters nationwide, The Wild Robot, on September 27th. Charles, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll see you soon, because we will be right back here on CLE Weekend.